This video is about PingPong Payments. It's a money management solution for marketplace sellers. My guest Ryan from PingPong will give us an overview about the company, how they help Amazon sellers, how sellers could benefit by using their services and actually save money. Also, you will learn what currencies and countries they operate in and how could you use PingPong to pay suppliers and tax authorities. The link to PingPong you will find below in the description, so check them out, book a call to talk. Maybe they can help you in your Amazon or e-commerce business. And before you go and listen to the conversation, don't forget to subscribe below to the YouTube channel for Klik if you haven't done so, and click the notification bell, because here we talk to different Amazon experts, software creators, event organizers, and sometimes Amazon sellers. Hello Ryan, it's nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what is PingPong and how does it help Amazon sellers?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Augustus. For everyone out there who doesn't know me, my name is Ryan CRAMER. I'm the affiliate marketing manager for PingPong Payments in the United States market. What PingPong is, for a lack of a better term, is a virtual bank account, if you will. How we help people is anytime that there's a seller or anytime money is going across borders to a different country and you're changing currencies from one to another, that's where we come in and we support you. For example, if it's paying your supplier or paying a warehouse over in India or in China, or if you're selling in a European marketplace or in Australia or Japan or wherever you're selling, we can help you with your FX rates or your foreign exchange rates. What a lot of people don't know is when you sell in a different marketplace, other than your own domestic one, you're going to be receiving money in that foreign currency. For example, if I'm selling in Europe, I'm going to receive euros for all the goods that I sell in Europe. But if I'm located in the United States and I need that money has to get back to me one way or another. So how we help people is we offer the lowest, if not one of the lowest, if not the lowest rates out there to help support sellers get more of their money, keep more of their money, I should say, and then so they can reinvest that in other things like goods or other types of ways to help their company grow. So that's what PingPong is to in basic terms.
Yeah, all right. So what countries and currencies do you support with your service? Because, Amazon has a limited amount of marketplaces, let's say up to 20, but Amazon sellers operate from probably more than 100 of countries.
So the great thing about our services is that you're able to withdraw money and operate, I would call it operate in all of the marketplaces, except maybe a few. Most notably, I think the most recent one that we're about ready to launch is in Turkey. But in almost every single marketplace that Amazon operates in is that where PingPong can help support you as an Amazon seller. Another great thing about PingPong is that if you're selling on Amazon as well as other marketplaces, we can help support you as well. For example, if you have your own Shopify storefront or you're selling on WooCommerce or Rakuten, PingPong is an all-in-one platform where that digital wallet or that digital bank account, you can use it for all those different marketplaces. So your money goes into one big bank account, essentially.
So to which countries you can send money? Let's say if the seller lives in Eastern Europe or Africa or Asia or Canada, can they open accounts in their own currency and receive earnings from Amazon?
Sure. So you can receive money. We support 10 different currencies where you can withdraw money from. And that's for that reason, it's because of different government compliance regulations, which allows us to basically make sure that one money goes to another person correctly or business correctly, and falls within those regulations according to the government. But those countries would be, for example, like the USD, the Canadian dollar, the Mexican peso, the euro, the British pound sterling, the Japanese yen, the Hong Kong dollar, Australian dollar, the Singaporean dollar, and the UAE dirham. Those are all ones that you can withdraw money from. But you can actually send currency from wherever you're located to more than just those currencies as well. Um, Obviously, when they withdraw the money, you'd be sending it to another bank account. So when they withdraw it, that's where they would that entity would be paying their fees to withdraw money from.
All right, and this service might be really useful for Amazon sellers, but what are the requirements to join your service? Maybe there is a revenue requirement or country or geo requirement.
Sure, great question. For our services, unlike other for us, unlike other companies that do similar services, there is no revenue requirement to sign up with us. It's actually a very low barrier to entry. It's free to sign up. So when you go to our website, you can actually go put in your information and sign up for an account, and then you go through what's called a KYC process, or know your customer. Um, by doing that, basically you're verifying who you are, who you say you are. That's to protect people from obviously sending money in a malicious way, um, for making sure that there's no like terrorists or any other organization to try to set up these or these bank accounts, obviously, because that's what they are. So our compliance team is very great at doing what they are supposed to do, obviously making sure to verify you as a person. So you can actually put in all your information. There's no requirement or the size of who you are as a seller. It'd be like putting in your social security number or your business identification numbers. And we walk through all those documents to make sure that you are that person. And once it's verified, you're able to start using our services that day. So typically it can be turned around in less than 24 hours.
Oh, it's quite fast, 24 hours and you are done. But for Amazon sellers, it's important probably in order for them to use the service, they will have to change the bank account in the Amazon Seller Central. Is it correct? Are there any cons and pros for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, when we receive all the documents, that depends on the seller, making sure that we get all that information. But once you have that virtual bank account, our team is great because we have a support team that's able to individually, I call it a white glove service. They will individually walk you through how to set up that account and switch it out from Amazon. Because if you're selling in a foreign marketplace, Amazon's already going to assign you their own bank account, and that could be 5-6% more of what they're charging just to send money back to you as a seller. So it's easy to switch it out. It takes less than 5 minutes, honestly. But a lot of people I know are concerned if I switch it out, would Amazon ding me, or would I be blocked out? Would I not receive my money? So there are a couple tips and tricks that we tell people to avoid, or how to operate it without stopping those payments from receiving them. For example, don't switch out your bank account a few days before receiving your remittance. That raises a red flag from Amazon, and rightfully so. They want to make sure that the money that you are owed gets to you, and by doing those kinds of things, that's where they hold up the payment, which is not what we want for our sellers or our customers. Other things like that that we would suggest would be and this is all within the dashboard. There's ways to documents that we send over to the sellers to walk you through and make sure that you're putting it in and verifying all the steps along the process, so that Amazon doesn't raise any red flags on your account. But it is super important. The other ways that you can actually keep your account safe and secure or how we keep your money safe and secure is we have a two-step verification process. So anytime that money is being withdrawn or sent, it verifies with you as an individual on your mobile device through SMS. There's also, we're backed by tier one banks. So money in terms of its safety and security is a high priority to us and to our customers. In all those different ways, we're able to show them, your money is safe and secure with us.
And of course, there are few other big competitors providing similar service. So what sets you apart? Or how are PingPong different, or what special features do you have to provide for Amazon sellers?
Right, great question. And yeah, I would lie and say that there's not other companies out there. There are larger companies. PingPong has been around for almost 6 years now. But we are an international company through and through. We have multiple offices around the world in China, India, United States, Luxembourg. We are located in various entities, and but the reason why people choose us is because of our customer service support. Because of that international presence that we offer, no matter where you are as a seller or where your suppliers are located, we are able to help you in those entities to support you. For example, if you have a question about a supplier in China, we have plenty of offices and many offices over in China that we can help reach out on your behalf to that supplier to help with those rates, or if there's any questions that you have. We have that team on standby waiting for your help, waiting to help you, I should say. We also have the ability our rates are really fantastic in terms of what we can offer. For example, there's no, like I mentioned earlier, there's no minimum rate or minimum revenue requirement that one has to have in order to have us as a virtual wallet. So your rate, no matter who you are, no matter how big or small you are, it will start at 1%. And then that can go down, obviously, the more that you transact with us or the more business that you're sending externally or receiving through our services. The other thing would be that we walk you through other solutions that we provide for you, our customers, would be to help them with the VAT authorities. So if you're selling in Europe or in Canada, we can help with that, make sure you're paying those right authorities. And then, like I said before, with your supply, we call it supplier pay, but it's really if you have VAs that are located over in India or overseas and you're located in the United States, you can actually pay those entities through our virtual wallet, and then they would receive that money and funds through there. So you'd be saving money instead of transacting back and forth. Some other benefits would be great to have a virtual wallet like PingPong would be if you're receiving funds in, for example, the euro, and then you have to pay the VAT authority. It's good to just have those funds in a separate bank account, just because you're not sending it back to USD if you're located in the United States and then right back to Euro, because you're getting hit twice with that exchange fee. Typically, that would be like a mid-market rate, which a lot of companies operate on, but still the FX fee would be quite substantial and you'd be wasting money essentially. So it's great to just have money sitting in those virtual wallets in those denominations. Another reason why that's also good is you can actually negotiate with your suppliers, which not a lot of people think about. If they, for example, are receiving funds in RMB or CNY, you would be able to have money within that bank account and you can send money in that currency or send your funds in that currency. And you can tell your supplier, what if I paid you in this denomination? Can we negotiate on that rates even lower? And more often than not, a supplier will do that because they're adding those fees on top of those initial costs for you on their invoices, because they don't want to pay those fees, right? Because that can be anywhere from 4 to 5 to 6%. So that's really why people use us. And there's so many different benefits. If you're a large enough seller, you can save tens of thousands of dollars just by working with us. Why not use those funds to reinvest into your business instead of just using them in unnecessary foreign transaction fees?
Yeah, so to put into a perspective, Amazon charges close to 4%, I think, for the conversion rate, right?
It could be depending on the marketplace. It can be as high as 6%, but 4% is just the lowest that you would probably see as a seller. For example, the maximum you'd be paying with us at PingPong would be 1%, and then that would obviously be lower depending on who you are as a seller.
Yeah, so for example, if a US seller is interested to sell in Europe, and in Europe they get in pounds or euros, and then to convert it to USD, they could use your service, which would be much cheaper than using default Amazon service. And talking about conversion rate, is it like very low and very friendly, or you put some percentage on top of that?
So we don't put percentage on top of that. That FX fee, the foreign transaction fee that I was speaking about, that's the fee that that we would charge, and we're only charging those percentages when you either put in money or withdraw money. So that's kind of the beauty of everything. If you're sending to another PingPong account, say for example in China, that transaction amount is actually, there's no fee to be able to send money to other PingPong accounts, which is fantastic. And the same within um, for at least the fee on the PingPong side of things. Now, obviously, if you're transacting currencies, that rate you can see in real time within our dashboard of what that rate would look like. So another really cool feature that I think it would help sellers is, for example, Amazon pays you every 2 weeks, no matter what in that currency. For example, in the British pound sterling, you're going to get that every 2 weeks, no matter what the strength of the pound is. You can actually set rules in your dashboard to hold the money in that account in the sterling, the British pound. Um, and you can actually hold it until it reaches a certain rate. And then that's when you can tell PingPong, hey, I want to move that amount of money over to USD or over to a different denomination that we would support in. So you can actually set those rules within our dashboard. And another really cool feature that we offer is you can have sub profiles. For example, if you're a team of more than just yourself, you might have an accountant, or you might have a virtual assistant, or you might have a couple other entities that need to have access to those funds. You can set rules as an administrator and create multiple profiles underneath you so that they would have different rules of what they can do. For example, they may be able to pay a supplier, but they can't withdraw money for um, in the simplest of terms. So that's a really cool feature that we listen to our customers, and they said, "Hey, I think it would be really great opportunity if we can do this within your system." And we turned that around in just a few weeks to be able to support customers like that. So we're constantly learning and growing and developing our tools to support sellers and what their needs are. So functions like that exist today because of our customers.
Several times you mentioned about possibility to pay suppliers, to pay tax authorities. So paying suppliers, do you have any tips for Amazon sellers when they want to pay suppliers? You already mentioned about kind of to negotiate about the fees, right? And do you have any other tips when people want to pay other countries?
Right. That's a very scary process, right? When you're selling on Amazon, is you're sending to an authority or to an entity that you have no idea who they are, where they're coming from. You've never met with them in person, and that's how Amazon, or that's how you used to operate in the space. Is that you would have to go overseas, you would have to set up your bank account there with them, you'd have to meet with them in person, or even not at all, and then you would wire them money, which wouldn't always necessarily mean that you would know that that money's going to arrive, right? It might be a few weeks. I've had colleagues who've had to wait around 2-3 weeks and their money never hit their supplier. Then you would have to go back to your bank, run a trace on where that money went to, and in the process everything would be you'd have probably lose a couple years of your life just figuring out where your tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars were going. But what's great about PingPong is that we're able, because we're an international company, we have those connections to help support people if reaching out on your behalf or assisting you in making sure that those suppliers are who they are, who they say they are, would help maybe provide a sense of relief or reassurance as well, because it is a scary world out there. You don't know if they're that if they're an entity where you can truly just trust. But we're here to kind of make sure and help you vet that process and say, hey, we've worked with them in the past, there's no problem whatsoever. We would help assist you in that regards. And like I said, we have offices all over the world, in India and China, where a lot of suppliers are located. So reaching out to our support team is there to help customers feel more confident in their business decisions.
All right, so it sounds like you have very nice dashboard where people can exchange currencies and do transfers automatically by themselves. If people want to get a demo, what's the best way to do that?
Right. So fantastic question. So finding us on usa.pingpongx.com would be the best way to come and learn more information, or I'm assuming we'd have a link in below in this video, hopefully, to send you directly to our website. But if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me individually, or you can reach out to support@pingpongx.us, and our team will be more than happy to set up an individual walkthrough with you to, again, get you set up individual with our account, which is free to sign up. And then obviously, as long as you provide all the documentation needed to go through that KYC process or that know your customer process, we will get you set up that same day and make sure that you're saving money that moment. So reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to walk you through any kind of questions. Our support team is here to make sure you're getting the best rates, ensure that you feel safe and confident that your money is secure with us, and that if there's any other questions, we're here to help you out.
Perfect. Yes, indeed. We will have the links below in the description. You can connect with PingPong team through there. And thank you very much, Ryan, for this introduction to PingPong. And good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you, Augustus.
So if you would be interested to chat with PingPong Payments, check the link below in the description, book a call with them. They will show you the demo, explain the features, and they will give you an overview how they could help in your particular situation. So make sure you also subscribe to the YouTube channel and click notification bell as well, because here we talk with different Amazon experts and service providers and software creators. And now, if you're still there, please check this video, which will also help you grow your business. Bye-bye.